Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I finally had the opportunity and the privilege to watch Vasyl Lomachenko's most recent fight against Luke Campbell. It was a really entertaining fight. I heard a lot about it. I definitely heard about how Luke Campbell had acquitted himself nicely against Lomachenko, but it was one of those performances, objectively speaking, where I feel like you can still see Lomachenko's a great fighter. You can still see he's a talented fighter, and we're never gonna discredit that here on True School Sports. In the past, I have one of my little rants about how I thought he should have fought Pacquiao and Teofimo Lopez and things like that. And the Teofimo Lopez fight might still happen. I think it's gonna happen as long as he can get through a tough test and come win. But I'm saying Shane McGuigan, who is Luke Campbell's trainer, said that he could see some tread on the tires of Vasyl Lomachenko coming to this fight. And honestly, I have to agree with him. I'll get into that more as we get into the video. But I just wanted to give my assessment on the fight, Lomachenko versus Luke Campbell. So I'm going to give you my round-by-round assessment of this fight, each and every round. So starting off in round one, was a feel-out round from Vasyl Lomachenko. There was a lot of probing with the jab from Campbell. Probing meaning that he's just sticking his jab out there, just letting know that kind of let Lomachenko know that it's there. A lot of probing, not a bunch of overcommitting from either fighter up until the latter stages of the round, where Luke Campbell lands the only significant punch in the round, which was one of those looping left hands to the head of Lomachenko. So I gave Luke Campbell the first round. So good start for Luke Campbell. Show that he has the ability to land flush Lomachenko early on, which I think was good for him and good for his confidence early in the fight. Heading into round two, it was a good round from both fighters. I think this was the first swing round. You had Lomachenko finding his range with his jab, stepping in a lot more confidently after kind of downloading information in the first round, as they say. Luke was landing good shots, going to the body. Doing a great job from distance. It was a swing round. I think Lomachenko just did enough to eke that round out. He's doing a good job of landing the double jab, and and once he would throw that second jab off the double jab, once he would cut in with distance, chop the body. So good stuff there from Lomachenko. And then round three, Lomachenko begins to have success cutting distance using the double jab again. Lands a series of good left hands to the body and to the head. Campbell boxing well in spots, but that was a clear Lomachenko round. Despite the fact that Luke Campbell found the uppercut once, he landed a flush uppercut on Lomachenko. You could see Lomachenko beginning to score and score well. He did a good job of using not just the double jab, but an up jab. And for those of you who don't know what an up jab is, if you're a smaller fighter and you got to punch up, they say smaller fighters can't box with taller fighters, but you can watch Vasyl Lomachenko and he uses what we call up jab in boxing. So instead of him throwing it straight, he's throwing it up jab, and that's probably one of the best weapons any smaller fighter can use against a bigger, rangier fighter, and that's what he did, and it started in that third round. So heading into the fourth round. In fourth round, again, I think it was another close round, another swing round. Luke Campbell and Lomachenko doing good work in this round. You see Luke having a lot of success in this round, looping the left hand to the body. Sometimes to the head, but in this particular round, mainly to the body, using his range real well. Lomachenko still finding ways to score with the jab. And this round was funny because there was a part of this round where Luke Campbell he gets on the inside and he kind of uses his elbow on the inside. And of course, Andre Ward was commentating, and Andre Ward starts applauding him, saying, "Yeah, that's great. This is a fight. Use the elbow. It's great. Yeah." So Andre Ward's dirty ass, exposing himself again as the dirty fighter he is, but it is what it is. Once you bake a cake, it's a damn cake. Heading into, I get on to Luke Campbell. So through 4 rounds, I had a pretty nip and tuck 2-2 piece for both of them. In round 5, they were even. Luke Campbell hits Lomachenko early with a left hand and a right hook up top, digging to the body well in this round. Lomachenko had to put intelligent pressure on him, and eventually he hurt him with the left hand to the head and ends the round just landing an avalanche of body punches. So that was a round for Lomachenko. And that was kind of the theme of this fight. This round right here was kind of where there was a common theme in this fight, and that theme was whenever Luke Campbell seemed to be picking up momentum, getting the better of Lomachenko would come back harder, and he would turn the tide with a snap of a finger. That's kind of where it started in that round. So I got Lomachenko 3 rounds to 2, heading into the 6th round. In the 6th round, Lomachenko starts to give Campbell more angles using great shifting footwork, landing the up jab, slowly separating himself from Luke Campbell, just landing some good scoring shots here. And when he does land the up jab or double jabs, in many spots he's backing Luke Campbell up. So I thought that was a good round from Lomachenko. I gained that round. So 4-2 Lomachenko going into the 7th round. In round 7. Round 7 to me was the best round of the fight. This was the climax of the fight for me. In round 7, Luke Campbell hurts Lomachenko with the left uppercut as Lomachenko was darting in. The whole O2 arena just loses the damn mind. Then Lomachenko turns around because he had to hold after he got hurt. But then he turns around and he hurts Campbell with the right hand and then lands another avalanche of body shots and punches to end the round. So he got hurt early on, and then he winds up being the guy who gets who pretty much just steals the round, hurts Luke Campbell, and lets him know, hey, you're in my domain, you're in my ring, and you will do as I say. You know, so another good round there from Lomachenko. In round 8, Lomachenko begins to close the gap and chop away at the body of Luke Campbell, and this is kind of where you begin to see Luke Campbell begin to fade away. You saw the spirit slowly being broken, and Lomachenko showed his ability to land short, compact punches from very, very close distance, and it was just in the Lomachenko round. So, so far through 8 rounds, I've only given Luke Campbell 2 rounds. I've given Lomachenko 6 rounds. I think, though, you could probably give... There were 2 swing rounds, so if you give those 2 swing rounds to Luke Campbell, all of a sudden you're looking at a 4-4 fight, even fight. So, I had it 6-2. I like the scoring shots of Lomachenko and the fact that he was the more of the ring general in this fight. Heading into round 9, Luke Campbell still posing a threat to Lomachenko with body shots and the straight left. But the up jab, the overhand left, these are punches that are landing frequently from Lomachenko. He's outworking the best Luke Campbell we've ever seen. Straight up. He's outworking, out-hustling, and outlanding the best Luke Campbell we've ever seen. So, again, that round. Round 10, not a very eventful round. Just Loma pretty much outworking Luke Campbell, but not a lot going on there. In round 11, Lomachenko breaks the body down on Luke Campbell, and he scores a knockdown. You saw him begin to push Luke Campbell back. You saw him pretty much at this point bullying Luke Campbell, and he scores a knockdown in this fight. So all the work he had done early on in the fight, from the up jab to the body shots to just everything early on, this was the payoff, round 11, and a knockdown. So heading into round 12, the last and final round. In round 12, Lomachenko, this is an interesting sequence of events. Lomachenko hurts Luke Campbell and was about to probably knock him down again and potentially get a stoppage. Luke Campbell, a clear survival tactics. He goes all UFC, Khabib on Lomachenko. He hooks his leg because he could barely stand. He hooks his leg and he tosses Lomachenko to the floor. So honestly, I marked it as a 10-8 round from Lomachenko because I will not reward those bullshit illegal tactics. Andre, and it was also worth noting that Andre Ward was dead silent during this whole sequence of events, because he probably thought it was okay because he did stuff like that when he was fighting. Remember when he fought Kovalev? I think it was the first or second round, and Kovalev was piecing him up and peppering him with jabs and right hands, and he did something similar. We had to hold on to his knees, or else it would have been over for him. But regardless of the fact, I gave Lomachenko every round of this fight with the exception of 2. So on the scorecards, a lot of people scored a 119, 108. And this could be one of those 119 to 108 type of fights. It was a fight where he clearly won by a lot of rounds, but there were a lot of good moments from Luke Campbell. There were a lot of exceptional moments from Luke Campbell. I think he did a lot better than I expected. Because truthfully speaking, I thought Lomachenko was going to stop Luke Campbell. And I didn't think, even though I know he had the range and he had all that stuff going for him, I didn't think Luke Campbell was going to box as well as he did. So even though on the scorecards it doesn't look as good as he actually fought, he deserved respect for this fight because Luke Campbell showed that he's definitely a top level, a lightweight, not the creme de la creme, but still got a top 10 credible fighter. He's a creme de la creme type. He's a top 10 credible fighter, not the creme de la creme, but He acquitted himself very nicely in this fight, and I think he deserves respect. But I will say this, man. If I'm Devin Haney, if I'm Teofimo Lopez, I'm looking at this fight, and I'm licking my chops. Because, yes, Lomachenko still looks like a sensational fighter. But Luke Campbell showed that he's not unbeatable. There are ways to beat him. It's going to be very hard, because this guy's a great fighter, but He's there to be had. He's there to be had. You know, when you look at the fact that he's had over 400 amateur fights, he's fought, they threw him straight in with good fighters in the pros. There's a lot of wear and tear there, and if I think Devin Haney probably is the best matchup for him right now. Devin Haney is probably the best matchup. Second would probably be Teofimo. Although I will say with Teofimo, as much as I like him, and I think he can beat Lomachenko, he's got to really correct that Philly shell. He needs to bring those hands up a bit more because I can see Lomachenko stepping around and landing some left hands. But regardless, good fight from Lomachenko. Fantastic performance. He's only one belt away from being the undisputed. He's only one belt away from being the first undisputed lightweight champion since the great Pernell Whitaker. So that will be no small feat should he accomplish it. He said he's gonna wait for the winner of Comey and Lopez, which I'm making a video about. But yeah, man, Vasyl Lomachenko. Shouts out to him. Shouts out to Luke Campbell. Great fight. They put on a great fight at the O2 Arena, and I would probably say it's probably one of the more, in my opinion, probably one of the more exciting Lomachenko fights. I really enjoyed it because of the fact that Luke Campbell presented so much challenges to him. Luke Campbell was the range, it was tough on him. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, like I say in every single video. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just giving Daniels. Until next time, take care, guys.